In this video, we'll be looking at the uniqueness of man in the animal kingdom, the characters of mammals, the unique nature of man, human intelligence, the uses of human intelligence, and finally, we'll look at measurement. Now, human species is an animal. Many a times when we are referred to as animal, we feel offended or we feel that we are being insulted. But living things are into two groups. We have animals and we have plants. Now, man is not a plant, so therefore, man is an animal. Man, as a living thing, is not a plant, rather, is an animal. Now, man's an animal is different from other animals because we have a complex brain which controls the actions and activities of man, distinct from other animals. So therefore, man in the animal kingdom is a unique being among other animals. Now, man has speech, we can talk, we can move upright, we put on clothes. Okay, we are moral beings, we are rational beings. We purposely do certain things that are either good or evil, and our actions are either moral or amoral. Now, which means that in the animal world, we are distinct from other animals. Okay, we appreciate beauty, we have a culture, we can laugh, we can weep. These characters are not exhibited by other animals in the animal kingdom. So therefore, man is an animal. So again, if you are told you are an animal, don't feel offended. We are not plants. So it means that we are what? We are animals. Now, man moves about in an upright position. I said that before. We have the largest skull that contains the largest brain. Don't forget that there's a part called the temporal lobe which controls speech. Now, among all animals, it's only man that have an articulate speech. Man gives a sound that you can decipher the meaning of what he or she is saying. That's what we call the temporal lobe, which controls reasoning, thinking. Man can plan ahead, unlike other animals. So therefore, we are animals, but we are unique animals compared to others. Let's look at another subgroup called mammals. Now, mammals, okay, is the highest group among all animals. Okay, so man fall in among this class. Don't forget that man is a vertebrate, and again, vertebrate animals that have backbone, and all vertebrates belong to a class known as all vertebrates belong to 5 classes. We have mammals, we have reptiles, we have fishes, we have birds, and we have amphibians. These are the 5 groups of vertebrates. So man belongs to mammal as a vertebrate, and in this vertebrate kingdom, these animals that make up these mammals, they share some attributes or characters. One of them is that mammals they usually breastfeed their young ones. They show parental care to their offsprings. Their body is covered with hair, and most of them or all of them give birth to their young ones alive. Again, they also use what we call lungs. Man use lungs, or mammals use lungs to carry out respiration. And it is good for you to know other examples of mammals. So it's not only man that is referred to as a mammal. There are other animals that are also referred to as mammals that share these attributes with man. Example of such animals, if I may ask, you can give examples of animals that you think or you have seen that can give birth alive, that breastfeed their young ones. I know you can give me so many answers about that. So you can mention animals like dog, animals like goats, elephant, lion, monkeys, chimpanzees, horses, giraffe. These animals, they show the attributes that man share with other animals. So man as an organism is not a plant, so we are not plants. So next time you are told we are animals, don't feel offended, because man as a living being is not a plant. So therefore we are animals. Even if we are animals, we share unique attributes that other animals cannot possess or do not have. Again, we belong to a class known as mammals. Mammals are unique animals in the animal kingdom. They give birth to their young ones alive. They show care to their offsprings. And an example of these animals are, man, we have monkeys, we have chimpanzees, we have gorilla, and so on and so forth. So these are animals that make up these categories. Now let's look at another subgroup known as primates. Okay, you might ask, now what are primates? Okay, are they distinct from animals? Again, don't forget that all primates are mammals. All primates are mammals, but not all mammals are called primates. Okay, so let's see now, who are these primates, or what make up this primate? Now, among the animals in this class, there are some animals that show some separate features that might not be possessed by all other animals. So they are referred to as primates. So man belongs to this subgroup known as primates. Not only man, you can also guess animals that you think are distinct from other animals that share this attribute with man. Animals like monkeys, baboon, gorilla, chimpanzee, they share these attributes that I'm going to mention to you now, among the man as an animal species. Now these attributes are, man have nails on his fingers, so we don't have claws. Okay, we don't have claws like other animals do. So not only man now, these primates, okay, I'm referring to primates, I'm referring to animals like baboon, monkeys, gorilla, chimpanzee, even human being, we are primates. We can stand upright, we have opposable thumb, that's why we can handle tools, we can climb trees. Okay, and again, our eyes is not at the side of the head. If you observe closely, if you have seen a dog, which I know you have seen, or a cat, or a goat, most times or all times their eyes are by the sides of their head, not like man or other primates. Our two eyes are where? At the front of our head. Okay, so that's that. Now next we look at what we call intelligence. Why is man so unique among other animals? Because our brain structure is so advanced, so unique compared to other animals. So this intelligence is a key factor that explains why man is so distinct, why we can plan, we have articulate speech, we can reason, we have culture, we share beauty. These are things that we do that separate us from all other animals. Now, what is intelligence? Intelligence is the ability to think rationally and use resources effectively when faced with challenges. Now, human being is the most advanced and intelligent animal on earth due to the high level of the brain structure. I told you guys before that our brain component contains two important parts, which are the temporal lobes and the frontal lobes. These two parts of the brain ensures that we do things that other animals cannot do in the animal kingdom. Next, we look at how does man uses his intelligence. How does man use his what? Intelligence. Man uses intelligence to have an organized social life. We can construct tools. We accumulate knowledge for our children. We have articulate speech. We have different ways that we can modify our environment to suit our advantage. We can produce food. We can grow crops. Okay, we can build houses. We can construct cars. We can do so many things with our intelligence. That's why we are a unique animal in the animal kingdom. No, don't forget that I told you guys that animals are they're living things, and man as an animal, not a plant. All living things are into two groups: animals and plants. So therefore, we are not plants, therefore we are animals. And again, as an animal, we are unique and special than other animals. So next time you are told we are animals, don't feel offended, don't feel insulted. We are animals. Rather, just that we are more advanced or more unique than other animals. We can do a lot. We can do a lot that other animals cannot do in the animal kingdom. Now let's look at measurement. What's measurement? In science, measurement is done a lot to get accurate results. And measurement involves comparing quantities to known standards or known values. Okay, now you already know that there are so many physical quantities and that are involved in measurement. We have length, we have mass, we have weight, we have volume, we have time, temperature. These are the different physical quantities, a lot of them here. And again, don't forget to know the units of these different elements and what they are used for. Okay, now for measuring volume, we use what we call a measuring cylinder. To measure mass, we use a chemical balance. To measure length, you've seen your meter rule before, and you know what the wall clock is used for. To measure time. Then ammeter, I think you have seen an ammeter before. Ammeter is used to measure the amount of electric current. While for spring balance, for measuring weight. So these are the different measuring instruments and what they measure. While for thermometer, for measuring temperature. If I may ask now, what's the meaning of temperature? You can tell me that it's the degree of hotness or coldness of a body. So therefore, we have said that measurement is valuable in science. It involves comparing physical quantities. Okay, and we have quantities like length. Okay, we use meter, mass, kilogram, time, seconds. Electric current is ampere, temperature is Kelvin, amount of matter we use mole. So different physical quantities have different what units. Is that okay now? So now for the reminder also, please ensure you provide answers to the leading questions or the evaluation questions you have on the module, and let me know your comments and questions as regards the topic, the unique nature of man. Don't forget, we are animals, we are not plants. See you again in the next module. Bye for now.